Hey everyone, welcome to Molehill Mountain episode, I don't know, 400 something? 13? Is that what it is? Let me check. 413, yes. It is stupidly hot. I am very soggy and uncomfortable. I don't like it. You know what else I don't like? YouTube. I have some peoples that I watch on the reg, and one of them, Raf Scrap, had her guesting on my podcast a couple months ago. And I happened to be in the know that she'd be releasing a new song today. I was busy this afternoon, but when I got home, I was looking forward to it, so I got on my tubes of you, and it was nowhere to be found in my recommends, even though I've watched every one of her videos and watched every new thing she puts out, as I do with many others. And as YouTube is wont to do with everything that I watch consistently, it has no interest in showing it to me. I guess YouTube is thinking like, oh, you watch this all the time. Let me recommend some other things that you don't routinely watch. Okay. So I went to Raf's channel and I watched her song and I went, yay, it's cool. And then I reloaded the homepage to find something else to watch, and there was her video that I literally just watched. And every time I refresh the page, I see it. And this is something that I've noticed a lot. Any of the channels that I normally watch, I don't see their new videos until I've already watched them. And I'm kind of a one and done guy. Once I watch something, I'm good. I liked it, had my fun, and moving on. I don't know what the YouTube algorithm is thinking. It's like, hey, would you like some AI videos? No, no, I would not. Have you picked up the pattern that I keep blocking in the entire channel anytime you serve me up an AI video channel? Did you notice that? No? How about some angry rants by bigots? No, wouldn't like to see that either. Just like to watch people make fun music or, dance or do art or things. I'm an arty kind of guy. I like art. Because you know what they say, if you can't do art, watch art. Now, that's not what they say, but so anyway, I would like to regale you all with the stupidest political mailer I have ever seen. If you follow me on social media, I was talking about political mailers last week or so, and talked about how they are usually disingenuous and they're astroturfing campaigns. They're hiding who they are. And if you get a political mailer, it's not a source you should get your opinions from. The one I got was, it took me a couple of minutes of just looking, because I think they probably legally have to say who they're from, who's paying for this. And you can just look them up and it's like, oh, this whole organization, oh, we are, the mailer will say, we, the people, very concerned. It's like, we, huh? Yeah, I looked it up. This is a one-page website with nothing on it, with one employee who is a former leader of the opposite political party from whom you might expect the mailer was from in the first place. So yeah, it's an astroturfing campaign. But what I would like to talk about is the dumbest political mailer I have ever seen, and that would be this. Here it is. This is it. Do you think I'm like holding it wrong? No. This is what's on the other side. That's just the mailing label, so I should probably not show that on camera. Yeah. There's nothing on this. Oh, it does say something on the very bottom. It's you can see there's some text on the very bottom. It says paid for by California for affordable and reliable energy care. It took me a second, but I realized there is actually something on the inside, and it's almost nothing. It's just this lady sitting here and three quotes. Gas prices could soar with refineries closing in California. Crone 4. I don't know who that is. A local radio or TV station? I don't know. Said that on May 27th, though, apparently. California could lose 20% of its refining capacity in a single year. Drivers will feel it. The San Francisco Chronicle, April 18th. California gas prices could jump above $6 by end of year. USC professor predicts. ABC 7, May 8th. We can't afford this. Okay. What would you like me to do? You see, normally when you get these political mailers, it's like, vote for this person, or don't vote for this person, or vote yes or vote no on this particular proposition. This has no call to action. I mean, I guess you could look up California for affordable and reliable energy on the internet and see what they're all about, but holy crap, what an absolute... I'm willing to bet that there is at least one, if not more people, who saw this in their mailbox, thought it was just completely blank, didn't see the bit on the bottom, and didn't actually realize that it was folded in half. This is it. This is the dumbest political mailer I have ever seen. So, good job, CARE. Was it Bring Your Kids to Work Day? Did they slack off? Did they let you down? See, this is why nepotism is bad. Oh, golly gosh. Let me move my topic around a little bit, because I want to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds briefly. I've been playing Monster Hunter Wilds because I like Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a good reason to play Monster Hunter Wilds. So, my goal with Monster Hunter Wilds, I, ostensibly beat the game long ago. Completed all the quests, did all the side activities, kicked the crap out of all the monsters. But of course, there's lots of stuff you can do, right? You may say, I want to make all of the hammers in the game. Well, I did that. You might say, I want to make all the charge blades in the game. Well, I did that, because I'm playing Hammer and Charge Blade. I'm now the proud owner of all the hammers and all the charge blades. So I then said, I want every single armor piece in the game. I want every single piece of every single armor set, both versions, both the masculine and the feminine versions of every single armor set in the game. And after 352 hours, I have all of the armor sets in the game except one, the commission set. Now, the commission set has masculine and feminine version. Each version is 5 pieces, pants, waist, arms, chest, and helmet. Each piece costs 1 commission ticket. After 352 hours, I've found 1 commission ticket. So I have a pair of pants. 9 more to go. The interesting thing about this one is the commission ticket is, so far as I know, and so far as I've been able to determine online, available only through the supply ship that comes in every couple of days. When the supply ship comes in, there are around 10 items on offer, and there is a chance that one of the items on offer will be 1 commission ticket. I have only ever seen 1. And I think I first saw it like 150 hours in. It's been 200 hours since then. I have not seen a second. And I checked that ship, every time it comes in. And yes, there are three different supply types you can request they bring, and the internet tells me miscellaneous is the one you want to set it on to get the commission ticket. That's what I have it set on. That's what I have it set on every single time. I've checked that damn ship every single time it's come into port. Again, 350 hours, that sucker comes into port, what, every couple of hours? So, yeah, 170 some times that ship has come in, and I've rolled one. I have no idea if the drop rate on the commission ticket is like ridiculously low or if I am just absurdly unlucky. No idea. I guess I lucked out with some other pieces because there are some armor pieces that require items that have very low drop rates. Like the Legiacris, or if you go by the game's pronunciation, Lagiacris. Um, I think the pants, waist, and arms all require a gem. And those gems are very low drop rates. Same with Seregios. I think 3 of the pieces, which means you'd have to get 6 in total for the masculine and feminine sets. So you need 6 Laggy gems and 6 Seregios gems. Now for Zoshia, Zoshia also requires gems for a bunch of her pieces. But the drop rates, which the game, for the drop rates for the monsters, it will tell you what they are. Zoshia's gem is a drop rate of 7% if you carve. Okay, that's low, but, you know, doable. However, Seregios and Laggy, 2% on carve and 1% for a quest reward. Very low drop rate. But I got all 6 Laggy gems. I got all 6 Seregios gems. I didn't have to fight either beast more than a dozen or so times. Like, I had to fight him a few times, yeah, to get those damn things to get enough of those things to drop. But man, it's the commission tickets that I just can't get any of. Hang on a second. It's public, yes. Now, I could just sit there and sleep in my tent over and over in advance time to get the ship to leave and then come back. And I think you can, if the ship comes, and from what I've read, when the ship comes, you can look at its stock, and if it doesn't have a commission ticket, you can just exit the game without saving, and then reload it, and that'll reload the ship supplies. So you can just keep doing that until you get what you want, and I may have to. I mean, I have like a 250,000 guild points, so I could just sit there and constantly sleep to get the ship to go back and forth, but it would be quicker to save and reload. Cumbersome and annoying and not fun to do, but it might get me my commission tickets. It's good that the commission tickets are also, I think there's 2 commission weapons. One's a lance, one might be a gun lance, not sure. That's to go all the way to rank 8, I think you need like 3 per, so I'm not playing lance or gun lance, so I only need 9 more instead of like 15 more. So that's not nothing. But nonetheless, still really enjoying the game. 350 hours, so I did get a decent talisman to drop, which basically afforded me an extra 2 slot. So I just threw on an extra evade window. You know, that's nice. Makes dodging a little bit more comfortable, especially friggin' Seregios. I'm a lot better at dodge. Seregios, for me, was the hard. People are like, oh, Gore Magala's the hardest. I'm like, Gore Magala is challenging, but for me, Seregios. Good old Steve. That sumbitch is really, for me, was very tough. That is a character that is a monster that to play effectively to you need to iframe because that sucker's you're not going to get it in. Maybe if you had full evade extender, you're not getting away from that guy's dive bombing. You need to iframe through his attacks, and you need to do it consistently, or block. But you're going to need guard 3 or guard up or whatever the hell the skill is, or you're just going to lose all your stamina and keep getting pushed back. But I did all right. I've killed Steve enough times to get all the whatever the gem is called. Um, I actually did a quest. Oh my god, it was terrible. I did a 9-star double Steve quest. So for those of you who don't know, there was an update recently that added 9-star monsters. So all of the Apex monsters, plus Gore Magala, plus Arkveld, plus the additional monsters, Laggy Steve and Mitsitsune, got 9-star versions, which gives them a larger health pool, makes them hit harder, and they also drop the new talismans, which are the just extra talismans you can equip that have skills built into them, plus some decoration slots. So I had a quest come up, which was 9-star Steve and 9-star Steve. And 9-star Steve is hard enough. Then you get Tempered Steve. Then you get 9-star Tempered Steve. And yeah, he hits really hard. He's one of, I think, 2 monsters in the game that does the bleed status, which that one is more dangerous than it was in World Iceborne. I don't even recall if they had bleed in Rise. Maybe they did, but that game was just like I liked Rise, but Rise was easy. I'm not a great Monster Hunter player. I'm okay. I literally never carded in Rise, not once. That's how easy that game is. I mean, you could just run around naked. You'll get smited very quickly. Now, to be clear, I did luck out a couple of times. Like I did get stunned by like Rajang, and he decided to go after my Palico. That was lucky. Probably would have carded my ass if he didn't change his aggro. But so I was doing dual 9-star Steve, and I go into, and Steve, for some stupid reason, spawned in one of the narrow cliff corridors, which is really not where you want to fight him. You kind of want some room so you can move around. And while I was fighting 9-star Steve, the other 9-star Steve dropped by to play. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good. And then another Steve dropped by. I don't know if he was a 9-star or not, but there was a third Seregios on the map who dropped by, and I'm just trying to survive. And then Arkveld showed up. I'm like, oh my god, he's the flagship big badass monster of the game. So I'm fighting 2 9-star Steves plus another Seregios plus Arkveld. I'm just trying to stay alive. I didn't get any pictures of that. I did not have time to hit the share button to take a picture. I was just trying to survive. But that's the crazy crap that can happen in this game sometime, and is fun. I also did a Steve. I think this is when I was grinding for Steve gems. That's why I went ahead and did the dual Steve quest in the first place. Also, that was tough because I didn't realize it going in, but that one was limited to like 35 minutes, and 9-star Steve typically takes me like pushing 20, so that one I had to really rush, and then I got dogpiled by an extra Steve and Arkveld, so. But I survived, and I killed double Steve, and got lots of gems, or talismans, whatever. I did another one where Steve was in the arena. I'm like, oh, Arena Steve, okay. Basically, it's just one area so the monster doesn't fly off somewhere and you got to go chasing him across the map. What I did not realize is Arkveld was sharing space with Steve at the time, so I was fighting Arkveld and Steve in the arena. That was a mess. I think I actually did get a picture of that. I tried taking a couple of pictures, but it's all just, I couldn't frame anything because again it was just trying to survive. So there's just like a big wing in one of the pictures. Otherwise, I would have shared some stuff on the medias of social, but that's the way it goes. But still, you know, still having quite a lot of fun with Monster Hunter Wilds. So I I am irritated by the damn commission tickets, but so I guess I'm kind of done with Monster Hunter Wilds for a while because there's nothing left to do except I guess just grind just pass the time for the ship to come in and out so I can, because you can't hunt monsters to get commission tickets. As far as I know, they don't drop any other way. The only thing I have left to do in the game is get commission tickets, and you don't actually play the game to do that. So I'm probably just going to hang it up until the next, not Event Quest, what is it called? The festival, which is at the end of September, I think. So, Title Update 3 or whatever. Which is that Final Fantasy crossover. I hope Kuliyaku comes back and plays with that crystal, and that kicks off the crossover just like the one with Behemoth did in World, or Iceborne, or whichever game that was in. That was fun. Okay, so, audience of nobody, if you're watching this later, literally no one watching this right now. Which is why I've checked a couple of times just to make absolutely sure that I am streaming and it is on public, because I have made that mistake before. But yeah, we are live and no one's watching, but that's okay. Talking to yourself is healthy. So right now I'd like to talk a little bit about Extra Life. It is that time again. We are about 2 months away from the Extra Life 24-hour charity marathon to raise money for the children. And that is November 1st, Saturday, November 1st, starts at noon, goes to noon the following day. Planning is pretty much done. I am now in prep mode, buying stuff. I've bought some of the games that we'll be playing, and I'm doing some prep work. One bit I will share with you now. So last year, the big gimmick of, one of the gimmicks of the Extra Life charity event last year was my sister and I indulged in all the nostalgic foods of our youth. So for lunch, we had boxed Kraft mac and cheese, because, you know, that was something we had when we were kids. We had hamburger helper for dinner. We had fruit roll-ups for a snack. We had chocolate milk, and a number of other things. And it was a fun idea, and I'm glad we did it, and learned a lot about myself. Namely, we had crap taste when we were kids, because, man, very little of that held up. Very little at all. So this year, one of our gimmicks is, instead of nostalgic foods, we are going to try adult versions of our nostalgic foods. So instead of boxed Kraft mac and cheese, we're just going to make actual mac and cheese. You know, with an actual cheese sauce that tastes like cheese. Because that was the weirdest thing to me when having boxed mac and cheese last year for the first time in decades, is the taste was nostalgic. It was definitely familiar, but I was like, this doesn't taste like cheese at all. I mean, it's not like it has no flavor. I mean, it is kind of boring and bland, but Kraft mac and cheese doesn't taste anything like cheese. It tastes mostly like milk. because that's how you make it, right? You get that orange powdered flavor pouch thing, and you dump it into the noodles along with some milk, and you stir it in, and there you go. And it doesn't taste anything like cheese; it tastes mainly like milk. Um, so my sister and I brainstormed exactly what we wanted to do and what the various adult analogs to our nostalgic food items would be. And one of the ones I was stuck on for a spell was chocolate milk, which is, you pour milk in a glass, you squirt Hershey's chocolate syrup into it, stir it up, and call it a day. What is the adult version of chocolate milk? Well, there's no specific singular right answer, but one answer I came up with was make your own damn syrup. So chocolate milk, just not using that kind of gross Hershey's syrup crap, because yeah, I didn't think it was very good. So so I tried making my own chocolate syrup last night, and I thought it would be fun to see how I did right here on the stream. So, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll go get my homemade chocolate milk for adults. Of course, I suppose if you really wanted to make it adult, you just put booze in it, but I don't drink, so all right. Yay, chocolate milk. So, what is it? Okay, so basically it's just got to get my phone out of the way so I can actually set this carafe down. There we go. So, how is this made? Well, any way you like. What I did was I, mixed uh, cocoa powder, water, and milk together. Then, cocoa powder, water, and sugar together. Then added milk, some vanilla, some salt, and put it in the fridge. Now, my sister and I are middle aged now. We don't handle, our tummies do not handle lactose as well as it did, so this is almond milk. Normally, for chocolate milk, you want something a little thicker, something with body, so you'd probably use like whole milk or at least 2%. Again, our tummies aren't handling that, so this is almond milk, which is thicker than like skim milk, which is very watery, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Not bad. Not bad. Little bit of a chalky taste. I'm gonna guess that's the cocoa powder I'm using. The cocoa powder I have is just like Safeway brand cocoa powder, the generic cheap stuff. Um, Probably would behoove me to splurge on just better quality cocoa powder. But this actually does taste like chocolate. Unlike, I don't know what the hell Hershey syrup is actually supposed to be. It's just kind of gross. It is a little thin though, but I thought about that, so give me a sec. So, this might be a problem. So, got some heavy cream. So, we'll try this. Let's try a quarter cup. Do, 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 do. All right. Yeah, should probably yeah, well, okay, well, I'll just have to wipe off my desk later. There. Let's see if that improves things. Oh yeah, yeah, that's better. Yeah. So maybe maybe half a cup. Yeah, it's probably about right. About half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Should probably get some like dark chocolate and grate that into the top. Seems like a very adult thing. Chocolate milk, very adult thing. Yeah, and we had strawberry milk too. Again, that Hershey syrup stuff is gross, at least to my adult palate. So that's essentially don't have any strawberries on me, so otherwise I would have tried that too. But that would be basically the same thing, just sugar, water, and strawberries, and just reduce it, and then uh, I don't have a I don't have a sieve that's fine enough mesh, so I'm probably gonna have to buy some like cheesecloth or something like that. Because for I mean, if it was like a smoothie, it wouldn't matter. But for chocolate milk, you probably don't want little strawberry seeds and stuff in it. Maybe you would. I don't know. Something to try. So yeah, I think this will. It's definitely better than just Hershey syrup and milk. Of course, Hershey syrup and milk is a lot easier and immediate. If the munchkins are like, "Mommy, I want chocolate milk," it's like, "Oh, well, hey, let me get out the measuring cups and a pan, and uh, I'll make a chocolate sauce and mix it with some milk, and then we'll chill it in the refrigerator for 2 hours." No, mommy, I want chocolate milk now. Which is how children sound, right? So, let me go put this crap back in the fridge real quick. So there you go, little sneak preview of the fun we're gonna have for the Extra Life charity event. Actually, let me wipe that up now. Hang on. Do 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 skibidi doo. So, Saturday, November 1st, noon o'clock, we'll start playing, and we'll do adult versions of nostalgic food, and we'll have all kinds of fun. Uh, so I've mentioned that the website is up, extralife.org/participant/Andrew Eisen. You can go there and donate now if you want to get in really, really early. Or wait till later, because we've got 2 months. But if you didn't realize it, yeah, this stuff is planned and prepped months in advance. So I've already spent money on it. I bought Stellar Blade for the After Dark segment. Gonna buy the let's see, I've already talked about we're gonna be doing the Sky Trails in the Sky remake for the main game. We'll be doing Hunt a Killer again in the Sunday morning. I haven't purchased it yet, but I know which one I'm getting. Exercise game. We're going to do fitness boxing again. Last year we did the Fist of the North Star version. This year we're going to do Hatsune Miku fitness boxing, which Oh God, I really it's a cute design, but man, I really just don't like the sound of Vocaloids. But it should do well at keeping me awake. So there is that. Um, let's see, anything else? Still do. I talked to Lindy. She's game for doing the art raffle again. So donate $50, and every $50, in fact, that you donate, you get entered. You get an entry into a raffle to have Lindy draw you a nifty piece of art. Uh, all that's on the event page. So if you want to go take a look and see some of I have the art from the past year's winners, so you can check that out. Um, yeah, still got some stuff to buy. My sister and I are still planning exactly, all the food stuffs. There are a couple things that she's responsible for that she has to practice. There's a few things like the chocolate and strawberry milk. I'm, practicing and figuring out the recipes for. So yeah, lots of. I mean, a lot of people I would imagine who don't do this kind of stuff are like, I don't get it. You just pick a few games, start streaming, and play games for a day. What kind of prep and planning would go into it? I mean, a lot. Of course, I mean, it depends on how much you're doing. You could just, I guess, not put any prep and just turn on your camera, start streaming, and just do whatever. But you know, try to make it an event. Try to make it fun. Um, yeah. So Extra Life, 2 months. Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun show again this year. So hope you're looking forward to it too. In other news, it's always frustra- frustrating in some ways to see the return of a TV show that you really like, right? It's like, oh, awesome, the new season of this show is out. I really liked the previous season and I'm looking forward to seeing more. Unfortunately, it's been 3 years since the last season, so I don't remember what's going on or who any of these people are or how they relate to each other anymore. Shoot. I'm certainly not going to go back and watch the entire previous season or the entire run up to then again. Um, that's uh, that's something that could happen. I having problems with Netflix. I've only managed to watch two things on Netflix in the last couple of months: K-pop Demon Hunter and Fear Street. Uh, I'm trying to get on my sister's account because Netflix has a extended family plan. But Kelly's busy with own life stuff, so it's like when my Netflix works, it's great, which is not very often. For some reason, Netflix is convinced I live somewhere that I don't or something. I don't know. I don't know what its problem is. But I've got other streaming services, so it's fine. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right. So it's I understand that making shows is it takes a long time, but man, it's not great when there's so much time between seasons that I can't remember what's going on. Like Wednesday season 2 came out. Haven't had a chance to watch it again because you can't get Netflix to work. I'm actually a member on someone else's Netflix plan, so I don't pay for it. I just pay them the extra family plan money or whatever it's called. But it stopped working several months ago because they don't like that, even though that's literally what we're paying for. So no idea. Um, Oshi no Ko is a show that was recommended to me, I think by Jared, if I'm not mistaken. And the first season was on Hulu, and I watched it, and I really quite enjoyed it. And I was happy to find out, I think yesterday, that season 2 is finally on Hulu, so I can actually watch the rest of the damn show. Now it's been like 8 months since I watched the last episodes. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember what was going on. I remember the general premise, but like the specifics, it's like I don't remember who half these characters are or how they relate to each other anymore. This is unfortunate, but I got back into the swing of things. I've been watching it over the last day and really quite enjoying this show. Very interesting show. It's there's a lot going on, but broadly it is about the entertainment industry. And one of the many things that I really enjoy about this show is how blisteringly critical the show is of the entertainment industry. Um, Reason being is because one, it deserves it, but two, you can't be that blisteringly critical and specific of anything unless you also genuinely love it. Um, my sense of the show is that the creators kind of hate the entertainment industry, but they love the performing arts. It's something they are very passionate about. To the point where they kind of love the industry in a way, warts and all. More of a, I love more of what it could be than what it actually is, sense. And I find that a very relatable perspective, and it makes the show, for me anyway, quite the joy to watch. And I, being a performing artist myself and having um, worked in a lot of different areas of performing arts, mostly singing and theater kind of work, I've been around a lot of different types of performers. Um, and boy, do they have a lot of the archetypes correct. Um, it's so I see a lot of myself. I see a lot of the people that I've known in this show, and I really appreciate the unabashed passion and love for the performing arts, which I do share, but also the clear-eyed recognition of the faults of the industry, including the performing artists themselves. But it also makes sure to, in its criticisms, acknowledge, not excuse necessarily, but acknowledge that everyone being criticized is a person, a human being with feelings and baggage of their own and their own lives. That can definitely be something that's easy to overlook. We can get in our own heads very easily, and just look at someone else and go, ah, that person's an asshole. And not be wrong, but also be missing the forest for the trees. Which, again, is not excusing said tree for being an asshole, but the context of the forest, at the very least, helps you understand why the tree grew the way it did. Yeah, I am strangling this analogy. I've got it down in the mud and my hands around its throat, and I'm like squeezing the life out of it as it drowns in a filthy little puddle. But hopefully, this tortured analogy is making sense. Point is, Oshi no Ko, I am quite enjoying as a work. Very interested to see how it concludes, if it concludes. Um, And I'm actually really interested to see how they did the live action version, because there's at least one, if not two I think they might have made a movie and a live action show or something, or they might be like they did a show and then they finished it with the movie. Something. I know there's some live action version of Oshinoko, which I'd be very curious to see how they pulled some of it off. Um, which how you pull off a creative work in different mediums, uh, manga, television, theater, is part and parcel of the drama of the show itself. So that'll be very interesting, I think, as long as it's on one of the streaming services I actually have access to. And finally, tonight I would like to talk about Alien Earth, which I am all caught up on now. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and I talked about how I did not like the editing because the editor does not like me and is doing everything in their power to hurt me specifically. I I don't know what I did. I don't know how I offended, but I'm very certain that the editor is targeting me personally. I take issue with the editing is not bad. All of the copious crossfades and double exposures are done with intention, but I don't like them. They are too numerous, and they annoy me. And I think that's the only reason they're there. But it also appears that the editor got most of it out of their system with the first episode. Oh, it's still there in episodes 2, 3, and 4, but not as copious as episode numeral uno. So that's made the show an easier watch for me. I also do find the somewhat out of place, anachronistic rock song that they're using to transition from the end of the show into the credits. I like the idea. I think it's funny, but Willow did it better. Mm. Man, that pisses me. I liked the Willow TV show. I hope they do more, cause I liked it. And if they do another season or two of that, I'll watch it. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, Alien Earth. I've never been the biggest fan of the Alien franchise. I mean, I'm a big movie dork and an even bigger horror dork. So you might think, oh, Andrew likes the original Ridley Scott Alien movie and is just kind of poo-pooing the rest of them. No, I don't even really care. I don't dislike it, but I don't. I've never really cared for the original Alien movie. Again, I don't dislike it. It's just never been that. I was like, yeah, it's fine. Bunch of people get eaten by a goopy alien. It's got a robot in it. It's fine. Uh, I like Cameron's sequel better. It's just an actiony movie. It's more fun. Three's okay. Four's less than okay, but not offensively bad. Covenant was okay. Prometheus was a Prometheus game first. Prometheus and Covenant are okay. Romulus is like pretty darn decent, but falls into a trap of pandering nostalgia, which for my money hurt the film. But there's a lot of really clever stuff in that movie. For example, it's set up that the little space station that they're on, the gravity keeps going in and out. So at one point in the movie, the protagonist shoots the crap out of a horde of aliens, and they have acid blood, right? And the gravity goes out, so the acid blood is just all kind of floating around the room. So they're trying to navigate through the room and not touch all the acid blood. It's really just some of it. It's like that's new. I haven't seen that before. That's great. The Alien versus Predator actually started out really strong and then did not keep up that level at at all. It just kind of fell off a cliff. Um, AVPR, yeah, Alien versus Predator Requiem is not very good. Um, but Alien Earth, pretty good so far. I'm quite enjoying it. So Alien Earth, depending on where it goes, it might end up being my favorite entry in the Alien property. Um, I'm enjoying how it's expanding the world or galaxy universe of Alien. Um, we're back home now, so we get to see that there's more to Earth than just, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Um, a lot of the symbolism is like ham-fisted and on the nose, but that's also literally the point of one of the characters. So, and it's also doing a lot of different things. The basic premise is a ship, a Weyland-Yutani ship, went out, collected a bunch of alien species, and then crashed in some rival corporation's backyard back on Earth. So the rival corporation has, in addition to the xenomorph that we all know and love, has a bunch of other weird alien species that they're, poking with a stick to see what they do. Um, we're also expanding. We knew that there was Weyland-Yutani, right, and that now there's a bunch of other corporations. But we also knew that in addition to just regular people, there were synths, robot peoples. And there are still that, but we've also expanded to there are cyborg peoples, humans with mechanical bits and bobs. But we're also introducing a new form of life, which is a synth with a human consciousness downloaded into it. So they grab a bunch of kids with various terminal illnesses and download their consciousness into adult synth bodies and poke them with sticks and see what they do. And one of them has an affinity for the xenomorph, it seems like. And it's like, where are we going with this? I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the new aspects that are added to the world. I'm enjoying a lot of the performances. I think a lot of the because as I said, these synths with downloaded human consciousness, they took children, right? So we have a bunch of adult actors acting as though they are children trapped in adults' bodies, and they are broadly doing a really nice job of feeling like, yeah, this feels like a kid in an adult body in the way they. It's partially the dialogue that they're given, but also how it's delivered, their facial expressions, their body language. You know how kids can't sit still and can't sit on anything correctly. Right, they have those mannerisms down pat, and I think that's pretty great. The new alien life forms that we've gotten to see so far are really nifty. Anxious to see more. Yeah, overall, I think I don't know how long the series is. Probably 8 or 10 episodes. That seems to be what average length for these things. So we might be about halfway through, and yeah, quite enjoying it so far. About the only criticism I would have is protagonist plot armor. The xenomorph, for example, will just destroy the hell out of every single living being in a room in like 5 seconds flat, unless it's one of the main characters. Then it like tackles him to the ground and snarls at him and drools on him and slowly opens its maw and extends its little second mouth proby thing and I'm gonna get you, and then something happens that, someone comes in and starts shooting or something. It's like, there's one character that happens to literally twice. And it's like, you know how when you see any slasher movie, right? Jason Voorhees or whatever. Jason Voorhees will just, go up and stab you right in the damn face, unless you're like the final girl or Tommy Jarvis or something, and then he like just grabs you and throws you across the room. You've seen this shit in action movies and horror movies and slasher movies where if it's not your time to die yet, so even though the bad guy could easily just tear you in half. Oh, you see this in the Terminator movies too. The Terminators easily stab or shoot people immediately because no pity, no remorse, just on the mission, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as they get their hands on John Connor or Sarah Connor or whoever the protagonist of the film is, they keep picking them up and throwing them instead of just breaking their damn necks or ripping their head off or shooting them or stabbing them or anything. It's like, well, no, we're still in the middle of the movie, so I'm just gonna heave ho. That happens in the Alien movies too. The alien's like, I can't tear you apart. I can't second mouth you through the face. All I can do is just kind of drool on you for a bit, because that's what this that's what the scene calls for. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I do wish, I do feel that if your antagonist throws your hero across the room at some point, I think you've done a bit of an oopsie doodle. I think you need to rethink your blocking and choreography, because your antagonist would never just heave someone across the room. Unless the movie is like Protag Chucker. It's like, oh no, it's Protag Chucker. What does he do? He chucks protagonists. He just grabs you and throws you, and eventually you die from it. It could be a franchise. That could be a thing. All right. That's it for tonight. I guess no one was interested in chatting. I think we had a few people pop in here and there, but that's all right. If you catch us later, I hope you enjoy the chat. Hope you're enjoying whatever's keeping you occupied. And we'll return. We'll do some more Trails of Cold Steel 2 tomorrow on the Sunday stream, so look forward to that. Until then, have a good chocolate milk-filled night. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.